Coach, if you just want to start with a statement and we'll open up.
Absolutely. Playoff football is all about this. It's win or lose, and I'm so proud of the fight in our kids. Hats off to Humboldt, who played a heck of a ball game. That's a quality ball club, and they played really well. Again, I hope they advance well in this tournament. I'm equally as proud of my kids for coming back in the second half and continuing to fight for 4 quarters. I thought it was a good display of Division II football.
You guys kind of tied right there at half. You guys have been putting up a lot of points all year long. Did you feel like your offense would get things going there in the second half? And as you saw, it was kind of a shootout there. Just maybe one more possession for you guys?
Yeah, I was very confident that we've been a very electric offensive team all year and just really struggled in the first half. Part of that is what Humboldt was doing, part of it was what we were doing. Just things that we don't typically do, missing receivers and missing a couple blocks here and there. But I was very confident at halftime that we'd come out and score some points. We're fortunate enough to get 14 points on special teams to keep us in the contest in the first half, and we've been very good on special teams all year. So, yeah, I was very confident at half.
Were you expecting HSU to pass as much as they did early on? I mean, obviously you knew about Jaquan Gardner and what he does, but I mean, were you expecting so much of the offense to be through Robert Weber?
Well, I didn't think that they wouldn't pass, I guess, is a better answer to the question. What I didn't expect is that they'd have that much success doing it. I think that they passed more because they're having some success with it, and that led the floodgates a little bit because Jaquan's a heck of a running back, and they have a great rushing attack. That's a good football player and a well-executed run offense. So put strain on the back half, and they did a great job of making some plays. And that ball couldn't have been in a better spot on a couple of those on the reverse pass. I mean, he couldn't hand it off to him better than he threw that ball. So that's football.
You guys are 9-2 this year, still a successful year, make it to the playoffs. When you look back at this year, will you still see how will you look at this year?
Well, it was an absolute joy to coach these young men. You got to realize where this thing started 3 years ago. I mean, we were a 4-win team, 6-win team, and to win 9 games in our league is a difficult thing to do. And we lost some starters, we lost some depth, so the guys just next man up. And these kids had great fight. So to be a co-conference champion in our league, to get into the NCAA playoffs is a very difficult thing. I will look back on this. It hurts right now, and obviously so. When I stand next and I won't see these 2 guys play for me again, that's painful as a head coach, especially as much as they've done for our program. But that doesn't take away the fact that incredible accolades on the season and so much joy from what they brought to our university and to our fans and families.
Last question for me. North Coast always talks about a lot about traveling, how they always have to travel, everything. What was the travel like for you guys getting over here? I know it was snowing yesterday over there, so maybe it was a good, good.
Yeah, we did get a ton of snow last night. It's a tough travel deal. I can understand why Coach Smith says the things he was saying. You're 4 hours on a flight, plus you got to get there early, and then you're 4 hours and a half on a bus. But it is what it is. It's playoff football. You line up and play at Perkins if they ask you to. They're just hungry to get an opportunity. So for our guys, we didn't use that as an excuse and won't use that as an excuse. We got an opportunity to play for 60 minutes more than a lot of other people did. Do we like the result? No. But again, that doesn't take away the pride and talk about North Coast, West Coast, left coast, whatever you want to call it. It's getting on a flight in a bus, and I'd love to come back and do it again. It's just a little different result next time.
Han, you had a good game there and kind of got the offense rolling. Kind of same question I asked Coach. You guys were kind of stifled there in the first half, but you've been an offense that's been explosive. Did you guys have confidence coming out in the second half that you would get things rolling back with that 42 points per game?
Oh yeah, we definitely knew we could go out there and do what we wanted to do. I mean, from the start, that was our plan, and we got to a kind of a slow start, but we have confidence in each other. We play for each other, and we know that we just keep sticking to what we're doing. We're gonna succeed, and we had all the confidence in the world. Like we come out in the second half, we knew we were gonna score points. It was just a matter of time. And the defense just played great and kept us in the game in the first half.
And part of the being seniors, how much did that senior leadership kind of show up there in the second half where it was kind of a shootout and you were answering a counterpunch with another punch, and how much did that leadership kind of play into that?
It plays a big role into that. I mean, Brandon and myself and Brian Long. I mean, all of us are leaders on this team, and so is Chad Curry. And guys look up to us. And when things are going south, they look to us to make a play or give them encouragement. And that's all we can do is just encourage them. We can't do it for them, but we just encourage them, and they play for us.
And then just kind of also talk about 9-2 year. Didn't end up the way that you wanted to, but when you look back, maybe as your whole career at Augustana, what are you going to remember?
I'm just going to remember this team. I mean, this journey. And ever since OJ got here 3 years ago, I mean, we knew he was the right man for the job, and I mean, we love him so much because of the love he shows for us. And, I love playing for this man, and I'm going to miss him, truly, and especially miss his team.
May I ask you the same question, please?
Just been a real journey. I don't know. I guess a lot of us probably didn't see us here at the beginning of the year, but we continued to get better as the season went on. And I think a lot like what we talked about earlier with good leadership. Sometimes stuff means more coming from a captain's mouth as opposed to a coach's mouth. And when they say the right things, it can kind of lift the team up and get them in a little better place and keep them playing. So we do a lot of playing for each other, and I think that's what made this season special.